I used £100 to buy loads of tins of baked beans and malt loaves, and I crammed them into this rucksack, and I got in this car and went off with these people who were relative strangers to Switzerland, to the Bregalia area. And it's fair to say that that very first route in the Alps wasn't a great success, really. That's me on the end of that wire. I seemed to have a good head for it as well. I was quite bold. I could sort of measure how far to push it. And one of my mentors, Pete Swift, said to me, he was quite a dry guy, he said, Andy, they'll either get really, really good or they'll die soon. You could see the weather outside. He said, you shouldn't go anywhere near the Eiger. It's terrible. There's spindrift coming down, all the rocks are covered in verglass. You must not go there. I don't know what it was, this incredible self-confidence. I just turned to Terry and I said, I think we should go and get stuck in on Sunday night, we'll be right. Unbelievable, I wouldn't do that now with all the experience I've got, and I'm a mountain guide. It was the most audacious climb, the west wall of Changabang. And I must admit, when you do see it for the first time, it fills you with doubt and horror because it's so big and so steep. And it's one thing to agree to go on a trip like this after 2 or 3 beers in a pub in Sheffield, but to actually arrive there and look at what you've signed up for is quite something. There are no rescue teams on Changabang. You are looking after yourself. And as I explained, it was the worst storm I'd ever been involved in. Awful, with lightning and wind. And I thought we were going to die. Beneath that final call, I didn't even pack my tent up. I just got out with my stuff and left it. And Mick and Steve said, why have you left your tent? And the wind just went into the tent and it just started blowing it down the glacier. And I said, honestly, if we don't get out of here today, we won't need tents. That's how close to the edge we are. The thing is, if you are trying really difficult things, creative things, there's a huge risk that you're not going to make it. That's the nature of the beast. So you've got to overcome that kind of fear in your own mind. Even though we were a good partnership and we were strong together, we believed in each other, believed in our team. And so it really demands so many different skills. And of course, you have to work as a team. You're trying to find the right way, but you're also trying to be as fast as possible as well. But if you rush too much, you might go up a blind alley that leads to nothing. But you don't have a blame culture when you're on a mountain like this. If Brendan takes a slight wrong turn or does something wrong, it's not like I come down on him like a ton of bricks, because that would just destroy the team thing. It's such a team game, it's very, very subtle. So you have to really give full responsibility to the guy out in front. He had brought extra chocolate bars. And he said, look, it's your birthday, there you go, and gave me this Snickers bar, which is fantastic. I was so hungry, I couldn't believe it. Oh, that's amazing, what a birthday present. So I eat this Snickers bar, which is great, but unfortunately, Brandon's a really slow eater, and so he makes his last for so long. I finished mine, and he's sort of nibbling around the edge of it. And then after about a third or a half of it, he goes, I might have this later, and folds it back up and puts it in his rucksack. I just can't believe that. I'm staring over at this.